Welcome, guys, to We Don't Know Ball with our guest Retro and Justin. Every single day, Retro, you will be shit on. How does it feel like to be put in jail for like the rest of time?
Greatest men in history have been hated on the most.
Well, Retro, it's always going to be funny though because he'll introduce you as the guest before he recognizes his second co-host. Like it's always he slams the guest in immediately and then goes, "Yeah, and Justin's here." So
Yeah, well, listen, I am not your guest. I am your tribal chief.
you are a
I'm not
mascot.
going to acknowledge
You are
you.
Sammy. You are
I am your
Sammy from
tribal
Blue Mountain
chief.
State. Jules can be Alex. I'll be Thad. You can be Sammy.
I want to be. I'd like to be Kronk if possible.
I have like
Ew.
mojitos.
Facts. But today, a lot of people like we were just talking about it before. We did our awards and everything a couple weeks ago with Gunner. But basically, playing tournament and the playoffs are right around the corner. So what we're going to do from this point on is essentially we're going to make our predictions today, our full predictions. We're going to have some talking points before that, but we're going to be talking about these playoff and play-in games week by week and breaking them down and so on. So basically just playoff basketball until the NBA finals. So get ready and get buckled up because there's going to be some takes on here and there's going to be some stuff that's going to happen over the playoffs. They're going to be insane, and hopefully you guys watch through the whole video and see what we got to say. But before we get in the playoffs, I know Justin had some talking points of some ranting points that we would like to go over before the play in the playoffs.
I'm not going to call it a ranting point. I'm just sick of hearing that this Rookie of the Year race is closer than the MVP race. That between Khan and Coop, both have phenomenal seasons. But I'm going to address some facts here as to why Khan Knipple is just head and shoulders over Cooper Flag in this race. And the first one that's not even on my list, we'll just start by somebody's team made the playoffs and somebody's didn't. So we'll just start there. Somebody was a active number one option on his team and got his team to the playoffs. But as we go down this list, you guys can talk about it as I go down. I have 7 facts here that I'd just like to get off my chest. The first one. He's the first 4-time Rookie of the Month winner in franchise history, and Charlotte has had some phenomenal draft picks, some phenomenal number 1 overall picks. They have had great draft picks, and this is the first one to be a 4-time Rookie of the Month winner. Not to mention, his 4-time was back-to-back. From November to February, he was the best rookie in the game and arguably one of the best players in basketball. So that's just personally one for me. Cooper Flag didn't do that. That's just me. My second one, he's the all-time NBA rookie three-point record holder. He is also the season franchise three-point record holder for the Charlotte Hornets. He is the most consecutive 3 points by a rookie in NBA history, so most consecutive games to hit a 3. Not that big of a point, whatever. He is the only rookie in history to lead the league in three-pointers made. He's an NBA rookie record for most 20-plus point games with 50, 40, 90 splits, and he's got the rookie record for most 20-point games with 65% true shooting. If that doesn't tell you that this man went on a generational tear and had one of the most impactful, influential, and straight-up best rookie campaigns that any rookie has ever put out there, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm over it. Cooper Flag, I don't know who leaked it to him after I said the man hasn't developed since high school. He went and started playing basketball. For 2 months, he played basketball. For 2 months. So the fact that Khan's even in a question right now, this is a recency bias ass award because Cooper Flag was the number 1 pick and he started playing basketball at the end of the year. This might be a what have you done for me lately award if Cooper Flag wins.
It's a good talking point, and Justin and I have specifically talked on here because I originally was on the Cooper flagship for the beginning of the year, and when Charlotte started to go on these winning runs, a majority with Khan and LaMelo, that's when I started to, I wouldn't say jump ship, but be like, okay, I think Khan should be in this conversation, and then I fully turned sides probably by February-ish when he got that 4th Rookie of the Month And I'm like, I think Khan should get it. Now, do I think that it's a conversation? It can be, but I think Justin brings up good points to where, like, I think it should definitively be Khan, but unfortunately, I do think it could be what have you done for me lately? And because Cooper had a 50-pointer and I think a 45 and ended the season with 33 on San Antonio, they might just give it to him because of just PRA. Just like, okay, he's averaging 26 and 4 or something like that, compared to Khan contributing to impact and winning on a higher level and in the playing tournament. So it's these conversations need to be had for consistency, because for rookies, the 65 game rule doesn't apply to them. It's only MVPs and all NBAs, which is nasty. But because of Coop not playing the amount of games as Khan should still be rewarded to see the same consistency. Because if Coop wins it, playing less games, not technically eligible. No, actually he is. He played 69. I think Khan played like 75, 76. It's going to look bad for the NBA because it's going to be hypocritical, just like how I've been saying on this platform for months. But I commend you, Justin, because I think you brought up really, really good points, and proud of you for bringing up true shooting. Didn't think you were going to bring up that. So thank you for that.
As I say, I looked at everything and I was like, I'm done with this. And then finally I seen the Charlotte Hornets released an Instagram reel with all of these points on it. And I'm like sitting here thinking, I'm already favoring Khan. And I'm like, let me just take a look at this. And they had all of those points and then some. I didn't need to get into the and then some. But like, I love that they're actually out here campaigning for their guy to win an award that really doesn't mean anything to their damn franchise. It just means something for him. So,
yep.
If you guys if you basketball fans out there are still on the Cooper Flag hype train and the this and the that, because he's been better as of recent, more power to you. But like, again, don't pick and choose things and don't discredit other things from the true Rookie of the Year winner. We're not at a point where we're going to be like, oh, well, going into the award season, he was the best player or the best rookie. No. It's a whole body of work. It's a Rookie of the Year, not Rookie of the recent past. Let's be consistent here and know who was the better rookie all season long.
Great points, Justin. Retro, do you have anything to add to it?
Yeah, well, the only thing I was going to say is that it's also one of the more ethical, like, most 3 points made in the league, like, years that I've seen in a while. Because if you consider the only person that's within 23s of him is LaMelo. And the only reason, so according to StatMuse, LaMelo had 272 made, and Khan had
273. He got him by one.
And keep in mind, by the way, they asked Miles Bridges about this. This is with LaMelo actively down the stretch trying his absolute hardest to get past Khan. Yep. Because LaMelo, if anything first, LaMelo was a troll, and he wanted to get past Khan so badly, by the way, that in the last game of the year, he takes 16 threes trying to go ahead and get past Khan, who only takes 10 in that game. And Khan is still able to hold on to that record, and it's not like he's trying to. He just plays like ethical hoops, and
do you know whose rookie record he broke on the 20+ with the 50, 40, 90 splits?
No.
Michael Jordan's.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, is it's like, ultimately, like, you listed off the points really well. Obviously, I've been a Con Knippel guy too. I just think that what Con Knippel's done has just been more impressive. Because all people are going to say for Coop is when you bring up the fact that, like, he doesn't make the playoffs, you're like, okay, well, he has a weak team. Well, what does Con have? It's what, him, LaMelo, Kalkbrenner, Bridges. I mean,
they're both the number one options on subpar teams.
Yeah,
one team clicked better, spearheaded by their rookie, and made it to the playoffs. Granted, they're in the play-in, but they're in the playoffs.
And keep in mind, these Hornets guys are leading what is by far the league's most dynamic offense. This offense, when it's hot, is literally the best in the league. And that takes an insane... to do that with the Charlotte Hornets takes an insane amount of ability. And again, nothing taking away from Coop. I think that he's, phenomenal. But the one thing about Coop that it just doesn't move me is that the kid just can't shoot. Like, he just can't shoot threes. He doesn't have it in his bag. It's not there. And obviously, that's something he'll grow into. But I feel like Khan is kind of just the whole package right now. Like, he's already at such a high level of basketball that he's able to help lead these very dynamic offenses. And I get, like, as a rookie, there's still tons of growing to do, and I understand that, of course. But I just mean, like, in terms of, like, who has, like, a fuller package that I feel like I could rely on more, I think Coop is kind of just in his slashing bag, but Khan's already a three-way, like, shooter type of player.
I was just about to say, I'll dumb it down for you idiots that don't understand anything. 2K builds for these players. Khan's a 3-level threat, and Cooper Flag is a 2-way rim runner. That's what he is.
Yeah, that's basically the point I'm trying to make. And I feel like if you can count on a rookie to be a 3-level scorer like that,
and a leader,
yes.
Like, this man is the spearhead of your entire offense, and he's 20, 21 years old. Like, he's young as shit.
And I'm just also happy on a personal note because I've been saying for a long time, everybody hated on LaMelo. I've been saying that all LaMelo needs is a very, very competent teammate with him, and then they'll be good. And that's exactly what happened.
All he needed was a team of younger guys than him to carry him there. I'll wait.
Well, I don't think he really had anybody to carry him there. It was just him and Khan. Him, Khan, and friends. Bridges and Kalkbrenner and friends.
I don't know, man. If we play let's play it from the other side, the Cooper Flag fans. I don't know, man. B.I. was pretty good B. Miller was good for the last 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically all you got. And listen, to be fair, I'm sure Coop is going to have, like, an outrageously good next few years, too. And like I said, I think it's a great rivalry. I just think that personally, really, realistically, you kind of laid it out, Justin. The problem is that the NBA is, and all the awards are narrative-based, right? So typically they just look at the end of the year. They're like, okay, this happened at the end of the year, this guy deserves this award, right? And it's stupid. Because if you look at the totality of the year, which is what you guys were talking about, you've got Con Knipple for the much bigger portion of this season being the best rookie in the league. And most people had come to that conclusion. And Con Knipple was leading, by the way, in the odds. But then Cooper Flag has a 50-point game, and all of a sudden, boom, he just surges ahead. Like, it's all it takes. It's just like one crazy.
I'm glad you mentioned a certain word in there, rivalry. And I can't believe I'm going to give credit to this dude because he is a certified word I shouldn't say on here. I just hate him, can't stand him. His takes are brain dead. Shannon Sharp said the lack of rivalry in sports nowadays is insanely low. The lack that there isn't any rivalries, there aren't any. NBA, push this shit. Push this Con Knipple Cooper Flag rivalry. Make it a spearhead. Make it player versus player like it was LeBron Kobe. Make it Boston Lakers. Put some heat behind this. Do some political propaganda behind it. Go throw some shit out there, and let's make the NBA exciting again.
I think that they're trying to do that, and I had my take before we really started this podcast is that they should push the OKC San Antonio rivalry, but they're doing that with Charlotte and Detroit. Because once we get into it, and we'll get to it a little bit later, I think most of us has Charlotte coming out of the play-in. But if Charlotte ends up playing Detroit, they've already had history this year, and they were pushing and shoving in their most recent game. So they are going to
have baby.
Yes, and they're going to absolutely try to sell this for the future because Detroit is historically been a very, grit and grind, nose defensive minded team for like the history of when they win championships. The Bad Boy Pistons 2, and they're trying to revitalize that kind of version of Bad Boy Pistons with this team plus Cade, right? With Charlotte, they've always had, when they've been their most successful history-wise, has been this young, dynamic offensive team that just runs and guns and are a very fun watch with Alonzo and Larry and Muggsy and Dell to even like a very rare time they were with Kemba as well. The only rare time that they were like a somewhat defensive minded team is when they had Jared Wallace. But like Kemba and Al Jefferson, they were still a pretty good defensive-minded team, but it was just like it's a fun watch. They want to go and push. This historically brings up to their clashing kind of philosophies to where Detroit wants to get physical with you, Charlotte wants to outrun and outgun you, and that's going to be where philosophies lie. But they should push that for the future because if with Detroit, with how young they are, and how Charlotte, how young they are, that could be a really good matchup for years to come. With Cade, LaMelo, with Khan and Asar, with Duran and Diabate and Kalkbrenner, like there's stuff there that you can say, hey, like there's personal rivalries there. Duran and Miles Bridges were fighting a couple years ago. Let's not forget about that. So I think they have opportunities to. It's going to be a matter of if they can execute them and if Adam Silver wants to sell that, because then the older generation would come back into watching more basketball.
Adam Silver couldn't sell ice to people in the Sahara, but hopefully he gets this one right.
You're right.
I just looked at it. It's a 6-hour drive to Detroit, and Game 1 tickets are $82. Oh boy.
That might be.
I'm gonna have to think about some financial decisions for next.
Should I ship you my K jersey so you can wear it at the game?
No, what you mean? I'm showing up in my LaMelo jersey.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Holy fuck! They might punch you in the fucking grill, dog.
I might not make it out of Detroit, but I'm in. Let's go.
Shit. Justin, is there anything else you want to do a little bit more ranting about before we get into play-in and the playoffs?
Yeah, let's do it. Why not? I want to talk about this all NBA stuff as well. Can you explain to me why guys that played less games but more minutes than players should be qualified? I just want to read this off the top because there's 3 players not eligible for some of these awards. Luka Doncic, 2,289 minutes played, not eligible. Cade Cunningham, 2,150 minutes played, not enough games, ineligible. Anthony Edwards, 2,137 minutes played, not eligible. But lo and behold, this alien guy who should be in the MVP conversation, Defensive Player of the Year conversation, generational talent, has played 1,866 minutes. Maybe we start talking about minutes played versus games played. Maybe that should be the discussion. Maybe we should put a 2,000 minute instead of games played. The fact that these 3 guys who are having, 2 of the 3 are having generational season. One just had a generational 2 months, again, on this timetable shit. Yeah, we can, again, Luka slander. I'm sorry, I love him to death, but this Luka Lakers slander's got to go. We got to be done with it. Yeah. It's no more. Lakers suck, Luka's good. That's about it. Anyway, I just want to understand why. Why these guys that can play these minute restriction games and this, that, and the other can get qualified because they played on minutes restriction. I feel like we gotta start talking about this. We beat this to the cows come home for, I think, the last 3 weeks on these all NBA players missing out. But this one, actually seeing it in minutes played, time played, whatever you want to call it, it's just kind of annoying now. I'm over it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I want this to be brief, but I just think it's funny that he's played significantly less minutes than these 3 guys who, let's be real, all 3 of them are probably NBA first team, if not just off the first team list.
Yep.
And they can't win the MVP because of it. Like, they're not, 2 of them not in the MVP conversation. Luka shouldn't be in the MVP conversation. But they can't win it because of how many games they've missed. This to me is insane.
And I know you want to keep it brief, but to be completely fair, I do think Luka is going to file for the not the extension, but like
his injunction about his child being born. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think Cade and his agent are doing the same thing with something that happened in like February or something like that.
I'm sure they're going to make something up as soon as they found out Luka was appealing. I'm sure they will.
I agree. The only person that is obviously hindered by this out of those three, because I do think that at least Luka's probably going to get accepted. I don't know about Cade, is Anthony Edwards. And that's why this rule is dumb, because I agree in the talking point of, if we're going to do this, if we're going to keep this rule, make it minutes total. 2K minutes is usually a great sample size. I agree with that. But again, I don't want to get into it because you both have heard me rant about it for multiple podcasts. It's a dumb rule. If we're going to do it,
too. Like, that's the thing. It's
yeah.
Like, I just so, like I said, I saw the graphic today, and I was like, this is something.
Yeah. No, I'm in agreement. Retro, do you have anything?
No, I mean, you guys basically said it all.
Well,
Yeah.
You guys want me to jump into this playoff picture?
Yeah,
Full send.
please.
All right, so this today is the calm before the storm. This is when everyone's trying to get excited, this, that, and the other before blood gets shed tomorrow. With opening play-in games tomorrow. We'll start in the West because I feel like we have a consensus and maybe more talking in the East. So we'll start with the lowest seeds. The 9-seed Clippers play the 10-seed Warriors. Winner moves to another play-in game. Where are our thoughts here?
I mean, I'm taking the Clippers. I trust Kawhi. I think Kawhi will be the best player on the court. I think that, even though Steph is great, I think he's I don't know. I think that Kawhi has just been on a much better total trajectory. And personally, I think he can just back them. Honestly, I don't really trust this Warriors team. I don't think it's I don't think it's very good whatsoever. I understand that Pods put up a 30-point game, and that's pretty insane. Shout out DKB. But that being said, I trust Kawhi to get this done.
Jules?
To me, it's an interesting matchup because even though Steph has had a very wonky year, and we've been proponents of pushing that, Steph is still very dynamic, and if he has one of these games where he can give you a 30-piece and a half, Kawhi's gonna have to.
Steph.
Yeah,
Steph,
no, yeah, and on to adverse with that, like Retro said, playoff Kawhi is a real thing too. But why I find this so interesting is not because of Kawhi and Steph. It's because of Kristaps Porzingis and Darius Garland, who I think are next in line for right now, because Butler's not obviously playing, as the next most impactful players of their team. Can Kristaps even play? I don't know. And then
always,
yeah. And then 2, can Darius Garland be healthy enough to play and be impactful? Because Garland is a young player that can drastically warp a defense with his skill set, but can he do enough with said Warriors team to make us worth a damn? I'm going to pick the Clippers personally, but I'm lower on both these teams. I think it's going to be a closer battle than a lot of people think. A lot of people think the Clippers are going to blow them out. I don't think so. I think it would probably be a 3-possession game. I'll have the Clippers in a tight matchup.
I'll keep it short and sweet. Playoff Steph's a great thing, and he might score 37 tomorrow. But I think it's Clippers by 13. If you want to set a line at 12.5, I would hammer the over. There is, for me, no trust, and the best thing for Golden State and the best thing for the NBA right now is for this team to not even be here. We've talked about it already. If Golden State's going to try to get better, they can't be in a playoff push. They can't be in a situation where they're having minimal success and getting bounced. It's not good for their franchise. So for the state of NBA basketball and the potential of them cleaning house in their front office, cleaning house with maybe some players that don't need to be there, I'm still on board with the Clippers. Kawhi's gonna show out. I think we're gonna be looking at November, December Kawhi Leonard come tomorrow.
Just before we go, before we move on, just keep in mind, because I'm the Kawhi stan, the cycle of Kawhi. It's about playoff time, and that injury ticking time bomb on the watch. I'm just saying. That's what I'm afraid of. I've been through it too many times.
Yeah. Moving on to the 7 and 8 seed. Oh God, I don't want to talk about this. The Phoenix Suns play Portland Trailblazers. The winner gets the unfortunate ability to play Victor Wembanyama in the first round, and the loser gets to go play Shai Gilgeous in the first round. So, what are we thinking here?
Technically, the loser will have to play the Clippers.
The loser plays to play. I know what I said. The loser plays.
I know.
The loser plays to play into Shai is what I said. So they have to play another game. They have to win to get there.
So, I mean, I'm taking the Suns. I actually think it'll be pretty comfortable, to be honest. I don't think it'll be that hard. I don't know. That's the way I do it. I think Suns are kind of cool.
Think you're underrating Portland a little bit there, Retro.
I don't know. Listen, I'm going to be completely transparent. I'm not moved by Portland. I think that Phoenix is a better team. I trust them more. I trust Devin Booker. I trust their team as a whole. I think they'll listen. Jules, I believe that there was a time in which you said this was one of the most dangerous teams to play in the league in a 7-game series. And it may not be a 7-game series, but I think they can cook the Trailblazers.
Why I said that is because how they match up against certain teams in the top of the West. I think they do not match up well against Portland. Portland's front court is athletic. Donovan Clingan is going to out physical Mark Williams once he comes back. Dylan Brooks is going to have to show up. Grayson Allen's going to have to show up. Because Booker can't do it alone, and Booker's been on a great tear, mind you, Sir Suns fan. I will give him that. I'm just doing a lot of research about Portland, watching a lot of their games. I just don't know how you can out physical Donovan Clingan. I think Clingan's going to maul. He's going to maul. I have Portland in this.
I've never been more scared of a Denny Advia legacy game in my entire life.
It was promised to him 3,000 years ago.
We're done with this. I swear to God, you're gonna make me do some anti-something on this show. I swear to God, we're gonna stop promising things. We're gonna stop promising 3,000 years.
Who do you have winning, Justin?
I have my Suns winning.
Okay.
Because I'm biased, and I don't like I'm gonna be honest with you, we're the highest seed in the play-in. I don't like our chances against either team on the other side.
I mean, yeah.
I think that Clingan might have 20 offensive rebounds unless Mark Williams decides to actually play big ball and moves him around. I'm really hoping that Dylan Brooks coming back after being cleared to play on Saturday was ruled out as a game-time decision to rest for the play-in. I'm hoping him coming back is just the jolt we need coming into it. But if this man hinders the offense, we could just go 0-2 in the play-in tournament and be done. This is the most what if. And God, do I want to see my Suns in the playoffs? Yes. Do I want to see them play against the Thunder? Not really. Do I want to see them play against San Antonio? I think we have a better shot at beating San Antonio than we do of OKC.
Yeah, that's a fact. No, that's an absolute fact.
Will we beat them? Probably not. Can we force 5, 6, 7 games? Very possible. Not plausible, but very possible.
Yeah.
I'm taking my Suns, and I will be absolutely glued to my television set tomorrow. I can promise you that.
I will be watching as well.
Moving into the East, we'll start with the 7 and 8 seed. The Sixers play the Magic. Actually, can both teams lose?
The Meteor, yes, thank you. The Meteor.
This is a meteor right there.
I'm actually trying right now while Retro goes. I'm gonna see if I can find what the odds are for this game.
I'm taking the Magic.
Because they have a cool song?
No, if nothing else but a gut feeling, both these teams, I don't trust either of these teams. Maybe it's just a gut feeling. But I think the Magic are going to win. I think that whatever this Joel Embiid thing is has probably immeasurably damaged the psyche of the 76ers. I would tell you, Jules, you put up a video about it. I just feel bad for Embiid at this point. Like, it's just every year. Appendicitis is such an unlucky, stupid thing to just happen. But like, I feel like it has to take a mental psyche on the locker room when you know you don't have Joel Embiid. And I just feel like at the end of the night, you're gonna hear the Orlando Magic song. And that's just what I think.
Let me read this to you quick.
Okay.
Key betting odds as of April 13th, so today.
Mm-hmm.
The spread, 76ers minus 1.5. Money line, 76ers minus 124, Magic plus 105. Total over under 220.5 points. The notes for the game are the game will be played in Philly. The 76ers were 23-18 at home, while the Magic have been strong against the spread on the road. 10-5 in their last 15 road games. Philly has won 15 of the last 20 games against Orlando. And some of the models give the 76ers a 55.1% chance of winning. This is the most coin flip game I've ever seen.
Yeah, it is the definition of coughing baby versus atomic bomb. Like, it is going to be dog piss. No, it's Justin, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's dog shit. It's dog piss. The only thing that we can go off of are like 4 things. The Orlando Magic theme song, Paul George's Return of the Mac theme song.
True.
If Tyrese Maxey can actually step up, and if Paulo Banchero is actually a playoff riser or not. All of those are in factors in this game. And I don't trust anybody. Like, I love Paul George. Paul George is one of my personal favorite players of all time. Playoff P is a thing. Like, this is
Are we going to get playoff? Are we going to get playoff P, or are we going to get way off P? That's the question.
And that's the question. And that's the question. Because I've really thought about this. I think I'm going to lean the Magic because I might be the final Paulo Banchero guy on TikTok, and I literally have. I have my left big toe on that train, and if Paulo lets me down because he turns into Carmelo Anthony instead of LeBron, I'm off it. Slander Paulo summer 2026 incoming. I'm going to pick the Magic, unfortunately.
Orlando Magic.
Well, this is where we differentiate. We talked about the recency bias thing, and the player that's riding the hottest hand into the playoffs is Paul George. If Tyrese Maxey can just do basic Tyrese Maxey things and Paul George wants to go do Paul George things, Orlando's not stopping them. They're not. They're just not stopping them. Paulo had his welcome to the playoffs moment against the Celtics when he looked really, really good. But that's not the same Paulo we have today. So with that being said, I will be sliding Philadelphia into the playoff picture. And they will go play the Celtics. And
well, it's unfortunate because whichever one of these teams loses has to run into the buzzsaw.
Literally. The 9-10 seed. Here we go, boys.
Yeah.
The Charlotte Hornets play the Miami Heat. Retro, I'll let you start it.
Oh, I'm taking the Hornets, baby. Con Knipple, LaMelo Ball time. Let's go. Con Knipple's going to carry me through April and May and June. Con Knipple's going to carry me all the way. Thank you, Con. Give me the Hornets.
Jules?
Give me the Hornets. How about them Hornets?
I'm going to pick the Hornets, but before you go, Justin, I do want this to be said. The Hornets are a dynamic offense, like we said a little bit earlier. What they don't like at all is physicality. And the two teams that they're going to have to go through are extremely physical in the play-in. Whether actually three, depending, like all of them have some good physicality. Miami with their front court, if they somehow play Philly, they have a very physical front court, and VJ Edgecombe, and even like the Magic have some physicality. Like Paulo's, here or there, but they have some guys coming off their bench, so it's going to be very battle tested. I'll still pick the Hornets, but please show me Khalil minutes in this play-in, please. Eric Spoelstra, I swear to God, if you pull Mike Tomlin, I'm going to commit.
I kind of hope that they don't show Khalil so that they lose.
Hell, I gotta catch a stray for it.
What'd you say? Fuck me for?
He's not even a coach anymore. It's okay.
Yeah, how did I catch a stray for? Anyway, I'm also taking Charlotte. If it hasn't been known, I feel like I was one of the first people to bring the Charlotte team to light even before they started playing good basketball. That this team was built for success. They are very young, and that is going to be more battle-tested than the physicality battle-tested. This is damn near everyone's first time in the playoffs on that team. So, it'll be interesting to see if the bright lights get to them or if they just continue business as usual. Just play your game, boys. Get through it. And then you get into that next picture. I mean, if we have Charlotte winning, whoever they play, do we think Charlotte's going to win the second game and get into that last spot?
If they win the first one, they'll win the second one. Yeah.
I would agree. So then, I guess, moving into it, we're getting into the actual nitty-gritty of the playoffs.
So, Justin, you would have the Hornets seated differently than Jules and I do, right?
What?
Yeah, because
they can only be an AC. That's the best seeding that they have.
They can only be an AC.
Yeah, no, my fault. The bracket's hard for me with the plans.
It's not hard.
Numbers are hard for you.
The play-in is hard for me.
I don't know how it's hard. If you're a 9-10, you have to win twice just to be an 8.
Listen, bro. I don't know, bro. Play-in's hard for me.
Leave it to the kid in college to have problems with basic math numbers. It's crazy.
This is why I'm a political science major and not a math major.
This dude can figure out how the NCAA play-in works, but he can't figure out how the NBA one works. Anyway. All right. Moving into it. First round Western Conference. The Thunder, and I'm assuming we're all putting the Clippers there, right?
Yeah.
I have Portland.
Oh, yeah.
I want to keep that. I'm going to stay consistent. I have Portland as my AC.
Okay, so anyway, 4 to 5 games, Thunder advance. Moving on, right?
Thunder and 5 for me,
yeah. Thunder and 5 for me as well.
Okay. 4 seed, 5 seed, Lakers, Rockets. Potentially the last time we see LeBron KD.
Please let it be the last time. Please. I never want to see LeBron again.
Yeah, this to me is, even as a KD stan and LeBron hater, this is the most meteor fucking series I've ever seen.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm taking Rockets in 6, but I still think it's a meteor series, honestly.
I have Rockets in 6. Maybe LeBron has a couple games, and maybe Luke Kennard and DeAndre Ayton can get off on their matchups. But the athleticism of Houston and KD is just going to overwhelm that defense.
If DeAndre Ayton plays good in a playoff game, I will be.
We're not going to hear the end of it. We're not going to. I specifically mean.
That's true too, by the way. Yeah. Dude, please do not let DeAndre Ayton be a playoff riser. I swear to goodness.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody can take that. Honestly, it.
Well, and especially as a Suns fan, that'd probably destroy you.
Oh, you don't say, Retro. You don't say. It just
Yeah, that would not be fun.
it's so gross. So gross. What is it? 3 seed, 6 seed, Minnesota versus Denver.
Yeah. I have Nuggets in 7.
Interesting.
I think it'll take time because I don't think the Timberwolves are going away east. I think the Timberwolves are going to play very, very hard, and I think it's going to take the Nuggets a lot to get out of that series.
I disagree. Where Minnesota has had struggles, even though they've won their battles against Denver this year, Denver has been hurt, and they won majority of the times in which Denver has been hurt. I think Denver puts them away in 5. I think Rudy is good personnel for Jokic, but how that offense has been humming and how Minnesota has basically fallen off a cliff since Anthony Edwards has been hurt. We're going to see Julius Randle struggle against a mediocre defense in Aaron Gordon. And Denver last year at this very time had a similar concern with defensively, and they were one of the best postseason defenses even after the finals. I think Denver is the only team that can just stitch things up whenever they need to and just find a way. I think they can just maul Minnesota personally.
Yeah, I know. I see the reasoning. I just, I think that Minnesota will just rise. I think when it comes to the playoffs, teams play with a different type of physicality and ruthlessness that they don't typically play with. And I don't know. I feel like Minnesota will give them a run. Maybe Nuggets in 6 is more accurate, but I don't know. I think it could take 7.
Justin,
I don't see Minnesota in a world where they are competing with this team. I'm sorry. For me, it's a clean sweep on the board.
4?
It's a clean sweep on the board. I mean, man. I could see it going 5 games, but I have it as a 5 in my pick'em. But I can see this being 4 games, or Minnesota comes out and shocks it and wins 1, and then just loses 4 straight.
And before we move on, I do find it really funny that Denver was really trying to duck Minnesota. And they won by 10 plus points against the top 2 teams who are also playing B squad. But even their B squad is a good offense. So it's like, what the fuck is Minnesota gonna do against the B squad, who's putting up 130 against San Antonio and OKC? I don't see it.
I guess ultimately, it doesn't matter as long as they get it done. But yeah, I can definitely see your guys' points on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then the Spurs play the Suns.
Yeah.
No. Spurs in 5.
Spurs in 6.
Spurs in 6. All right, I'll just go cry now. Anyway, moving on. The Pistons to play the Hornets, I believe, is what we have.
Yep.
Retro.
Hornets in 7, baby. Lock me in. Con Knipple, LaMelo Ball, Mr. Bridges, Mr. Kalkbrenner. It's time to get busy. Let's go. Hornets in 7. Lock me in. Cade's a fraud.
Detroit in 5. Jaren Duren is going to maul the shit out of Diabate, Kalkbrenner, Miles Bridges by himself. Cade Cunningham does not need to have a good shooting series whatsoever. That defense can gap everybody. They have the personnel to go and lock down Con off ball with Asar Thompson. Charlotte needs to have hot shooting out the ass to go and play against Detroit. And Cade, in the games that he has against Charlotte, is a sub 50 true shooting, and they still win by double digits. Cade does not need to be a factor whatsoever. This defense is going to maul Charlotte. Detroit.
I think
five.
Kalkbrenner should be more of a factor on her
Okay.
than anything.
I can kind of see that. Yeah. I have Detroit in 6. I'm thinking that we see just sneaky games taken by Charlotte. I would love to say that they can get over the hump and get there, but it's just, like I said, I think if they get on a groove, maybe, just maybe, but I think that the Pistons are not going to lose. They're not getting first rounded this year. They've been too good. The inconsistencies have shown yes, but I just don't see it being that conclusive,
Hey, listen, we have all three been big on the Hornets. I'm just taking it and running with it.
That's
Sticking with them.
The 4 seed, 5 seed, Cavaliers, Raptors. Clippers, the fuck.
These are like both of Jules' teams. Jules had like the Cavs as like his early contenders, and he had the Raptors as like a sneaky dark horse. I'm taking the Cavs in 6 personally.
I'll take the Cavs in 6, but just to be clear, the Raptors are a good team, and this is not an indicator. If they lose in the first round against a Cavs team, they could easily go and shut them down in transition because they are OKC light. Toronto is a very underrated team. It's going to be heavily dependent on Brandon Ingram's mid-range shooting and Scotty Barnes playing POA on Donovan and Harden. He's going to have a handful. I think the Raptors can easily upset, but I will pick the Cavs to win in 6.
That's valid.
Okay. I'll be the different one. Raptors in 6. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I still don't trust James Harden. I don't. I don't trust James Harden. I don't like Donovan Mitchell. I think that Evan Mobley is taking a step back as of last year. I don't believe in the Cavaliers the way everyone else does. Everyone wants to say that they're the hottest team in basketball. They're this, they're that. They're doing all these things right. James Harden just isn't a playoff player. Like, he's the most...
But I mean, I feel like all you need James Harden to do is just pass the ball.
This dude's Aaron Judge. He looks so good in the regular season, and then the postseason rolls around and he can't do shit.
I don't even need him to be that impactful of a scorer. I just need him to play make.
You're right. You still need him to be impactful. And what is he really good at? Choking.
I think I think he can pass the ball around, bro. Just have him play a glorified John Stockton role. Just pass the ball.
To be clear as well, like why I can see both sides is because Toronto is a more physical defense, and both Mobley and Allen are prone to physicality, just like the Hornets as a team. But with that front court, they need to go and win the rebound battle. And can they win it? Sure. But them having to face against Scotty, even though Jakob Poeltl isn't a quality center, that's fine. But Scotty, Ingram, RJ Barrett, who can switch 1 through 5. They have very versatile, dynamic defenses, can get out in transition. Again, this is why I can see Toronto winning. It's because Toronto is such a very unique defense that will make Mobley and Allen push themselves. And you could just easily see Scotty Barnes take advantage because Scotty just.
I also just don't see Cleveland matching up well against the triplets. Like, you have your 2, 3, and 4 who play almost the exact same game and exceed at different things a little better than the other. So just matchup wise, I just don't see them being a good fit to play against Toronto.
And also, to be clear, I was just gonna say, since we all are clarifying, I just want to be 100% clear. It not only is it absolutely possible the Pistons beat the Hornets, I think it's probably probable. I'm just putting my faith in
the series.
No, I'm just clarifying. I want people to understand. This is for in the future if the Hornets lose. This is just future tense. Just to be clear.
Cover his ass. That's what he just did. He's never wrong, but he always has to cover his ass for when he is wrong.
The offensive take with Toronto, other than the Brandon Ingram thing, hey, Emmanuel Quickly, let's live up to that contract that they gave you and show up, because Toronto is so torn on you on either staying or going, and this playoffs run, if you guys have a significant run, is going to be heavily dependent on you offensively outside of Brandon Ingram. Scotty is already the best defender on your team. He makes you mold how they are. Scotty's having to play primary playmaker because you're either not showing up or you're inconsistent so quickly. This is going to land on your shoulders as well.
Yeah, we're holding a lot of we're holding a lot of players accountable at the end of this year, and I'm glad that certain teams have already taken certain steps. We can get to that later. What do we got left? The Celtics to play. Who did we have coming out? Doesn't matter. They get buzzsawed anyway.
Yeah.
Whoever they play, Celtics in 5. Like regardless, either or.
I was gonna say I really don't see sweeps happening right now. Like at least on this side of the bracket, I just don't see sweeps happening. 5 games is probably where I have it. I think the Celtics will have a night off where they need to be like, oh fuck, we need to actually show up and win. Da 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 da. Oh, sorry, I did skip one because it's just the most irrelevant series ever. The 3-6, the Knicks versus the Hawks.
I have Knicks in 6.
Hawks in 6. I have the Hawks. The Hawks.
I love you so much. I want that on record.
I want to break this down.
I also have the Hawks in 6. Yeah.
So Atlanta was one of the ironically one of the other like Mickey Mouse March victims that we shortly talked about. Like the Lakers were the prominent one because they're the Lakers, but like Atlanta fell victim into that as well. But I started watching the games in March and even dating back to February. Jalen Johnson, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and Dyson Daniels is very good defensively. Like they are put themselves into top 8 defense, top 7 defense in the half court, and like top 5 in transition. Jalen Johnson taking this step back, and not Dyson Daniels into this playmaking role, but just how dynamic that defense can be with Jalen Brunson, with these lengthier defenders. Brunson is a playoff riser, but he's always adverse against, again, physical wings. Johnson getting back into this defensive-minded role. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who has been known for defense, even though he's fallen off a little bit because of the scoring load, and Dyson Daniels, who's one of the best isolation defenders in the NBA. Shout out to you, Retro. This team can easily go and take this if Brunson is not necessarily taken out, but if Karl Anthony Towns is not good and Mitchell Robinson can't hit a free throw. Like, I can easily see Atlanta do this, and I don't think they're deeper, but I think their top end can push that Knicks team. And funny enough, every NBA Cup finalist who's won it has been first rounded. So this would hold to that standard. I think Atlanta can win this series. Absolutely.
And I'm looking at it right now, just the results of their year so far against each other. Knicks win 108-105. Brunson's the leading scorer with 30. Alexander Walker's the leading scorer with 36. January 2nd, Atlanta 111, New York 99. Okongwu and Walker are tied for 23 on the high. Brunson had 24. And December 27th, New York 128, Atlanta 125. Towns with 36 points, Okongwu with 31. So it can split either way. I mean, on paper, to me, like, they are just so identical. Like, if you look at, like, this is the offensive stats comparatively. New York is the first number, Atlanta is the second number. 116.5 to 118.5, 45.6 rebounds to 43.5 rebounds, 27.4 assists to 31.4 assists, 8.1 to 9.3 in steals, 4 to 4.5 in blocks. Field goal percentage is identical. Free throw percentage is 79 to 77. 3-point percentage is identical. Like, this is literally the Spider-Man meme playing each other. Like, it is
literally.
So I'm excited to see where it goes, how it goes. Yeah, I have the Hawks winning. I just think they're a better team. They don't really have as many faults. Their bigs are definitely better. Maybe not on star power or name, but their bigs are definitely better. Their defense and guard play, tandem guard play versus the Knicks is going to play significantly better. And we all know how Brunson plays defense in the playoffs. It's significantly worse than he does in the regular season because his scoring load goes up.
Exactly. And like the primary playmakers on Atlanta, and again, I find it funny that this is irrelevant, but we're like getting into this, is that Daniels and funny enough, CJ McCollum,
Yep.
who when you were bringing up the 108-105 game, they called off the half court shot because he wasn't able, but like they were easily could have made that into a OT game. And if CJ McCollum, who I also think is a playoff dropper, just like how you feel about Harden is how I feel about CJ McCollum. I do not like him whatsoever. Um, he can just be this facilitator, and like he just needs to be able to play off ball and hit open shots. It's going to be heavily dependent on how they guard Daniels if they gap him and just put two on the ball, because Daniels is not a good 3-point shooter. But if Johnson can get downhill and Nickeil Alexander-Walker is working these off ball hammer sets that Quinn Snyder loves with a Kongwu who can spread the floor out and get Karl-Anthony Towns out. Karl-Anthony Towns is going to be a living nightmare because he's going to have to get downhill with Jalen Johnson or guard the three with a Kongwu, and Mitchell Robinson's going to have to meet the floor. So it's like their defense is just so like there's easy exploits.
He's gonna look like Rudy Gobert on the perimeter. It's just he's gonna be able to get blown by so easily. So yes, they're drive and kick offense, and it's gonna come down to a lot of, because I'm sure they will leave Dyson because he's not the greatest shooter. But if Dyson can hit his normal amount, maybe one more, I think that might be enough for them to close the door. So like it's gonna be a really good series. I have it in 6 because, like I said, it's going to be a dogfight. This could easily go 7 either way.
Yep, I agree 100%.
Yeah, so going back to the West, then we have Thunder Rockets in the conference semi.
OKC in 5. Next.
As I said, mind you, I'm doing this as I'm doing the bracket pick. I'm going through it, and it tells me that 90% of fans picked the way I picked, and the Rockets are in here, and it says picked by 2% of fans. So Rockets fans are really just trying to think that their team can do something special.
Yeah, I've
disgusting.
I'm a little higher on
I will say, Jules, and it'll make you happy to hear this. In that first round matchup, Rockets Lakers, 65% have the Rockets moving on.
Yes, I've seen that.
So the world knows.
The world knows, yeah. Sorry, LeBron, another first round exit.
Moving on to probably, in my opinion, the first, in my opinion, 7-game series of the playoffs. The Nuggets versus the Spurs.
I have Nuggets in 7.
Nuggets in 7.
Though I could see this going either way.
Holy shit, we're in unison. Nuggets in 7. Like I said, the Spurs look great. The Spurs look great, but I think that the youth on top of the bright lights is going to get everybody to crack. Wemby's still going to play Wemby ball, but like, I don't know if Dylan is ready for this spotlight. I'm not sold on it, and, Jules will tell you, as of recency, he has probably number 1 known basketball terrorist on his team running the point, so...
Yeah, I just want to quickly, I'll make this quick, I promise. San Antonio, you might have done the dumbest thing in NBA history, allowing Denver to win against you on the last day of the regular season, because now you are going to have to face Denver, and if you win that series, you're going to have to go and face OKC. So you could have easily won that game with that B squad, or even play Victor and Castle. So you could only see one out of the two. Now you have to see both of them. So even if you are somehow get out of that series, which I do think it's going to be in 7, you're going to be beat up and battered against a very fresh OKC team who took a couple days out of the last days of the regular season to recover and basically beating the hell out of the other teams. They're going to be fresh and you're going to be battered. And that's the worst case for San Antonio. So
think
Denver,
about it. They could go 5, 6, 7 games against the Suns if the Suns get there. Then they would go into Denver, and then they'd probably play a 7-game series against Denver to get out. Like, you're going to play 13 games before the Thunder have even cracked double digits.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
so
going to be nasty.
Yeah, it's the Spurs might actually have the hardest road out of the top 3 to get out. So, moving into the East, Pistons versus either Raptors or Cavs for who you guys have. Any thoughts here?
I've got Hornets versus Cavs, and I have Hornets in 7. Move me on. Eastern Conference Finals. Eastern Conference Finals. Move me on.
You know what? Let me, just for the fun of it, let me just see this.
Can we view the percentage of people who are actually pushing Hornets?
Let's see here. What did you have in the first round retro against Detroit?
Hornets in 7.
7. Going back. Bum, bum, bum. Well, it says 8. I guess it's 8% picked for the wild card team to get there. It would have to. I'd probably have to go to a finals with the Hornets to actually see it, which I'm not doing, which is fine. But yeah, no. 8% to get there, so I'm assuming that gets cut way in half for that anyway. So, just not it.
That's so good.
Hashtag we believe.
Okay, well, you can believe all you
Jimmy
want.
Butler can do it, and Hallie can have his.
All right, Jules for the realistic pick. Then, you have the Cavs there. I have the Raptors there.
I also have Detroit beating the Cavs, and I have them going to 6. This is where the Harden, he's a playoff dropper. This is where it's going to happen. Cade will need to have a better series that he has against Charlotte, because defensively the Cavs are just way better. And they have the personnel to go and gap against these non-shooters that Detroit has and go and put 2 on the ball and stuff like that. So by that time, Cade should probably be, I wouldn't say 100%, but probably like 85-90%. And he's going to have to step up against that Cavs team, or the Raptors in your case. And I think that they can do it because, again, they don't need to heavily rely on him. He just needs to be better offensively, but that defense can still carry them because defensively, Asar and Jaren, Mogg, Mitchell, Harden, and Mobley and Allen. Just those 2 guys.
Yeah. I also have
being fun for being like the unrealistic pick. I'm just continuing what we as a podcast have agreed on up until this point.
No, we talked about there being potential for them to get there. We never said they'd get there.
Well, so I'm just carrying on I'm taking the gutsy pick here. I think the Hornets can do it.
Yeah. All right. Celtics Hawks or Celtics Knicks in Retro's case.
I have Celtics in 6. It wouldn't really matter either way.
Jules,
I have Celtics in 5 against Atlanta.
I do also have Celtics in 5 against Atlanta. Moving on to our conference finals. The rematch, the Thunder versus the Nuggets.
Even though I think the beat up thing is a fair point, I'm still going to take the Nuggets in 7 because I still, above any other player in the NBA, trust Nikola Jokic.
I have OKC in 6. The Denver Nuggets, even though they've been so dynamic offensively, OKC is so dynamic defensively, so Jokic can do Jokic things. It's going to have to be Murray. It's going to have to be Braun. It's going to have to be Aaron Gordon, which we showed last year, which is cool. The one guy that is a variable on, actually 2 guys on Denver's team that we don't know what's going to happen. Your guy, Justin, and Cam Johnson, who I think can do it, but Peyton Watson. And Peyton Watson is a very underrated NBA player. A lot of people give him shit because of the usage rate and all this kind of stuff. I just think OKC has the personnel to go and get Denver. Denver needed to avoid OKC at all costs, and they needed to go and play them in the second round. If they played them in the second round, I would pick Denver, but it's not happening in the Western Conference Finals. It's just not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat as Jules again. Thunder in 6. As much as you guys want to talk about Jokic and this, that, and the other, and friends, this is the Jamal Murray if, and Jamal Murray we've all talked about, or at least Jules like to coin as the fake playoff riser. I think that Jamal Murray is just not going to have the same success that he's used to, especially against this OKC defense. It's going to come down to him, in my opinion, and I just don't put that weight in him for the simple fact that Jokic is going to get Jokic numbers regardless. I just don't put the trust in Murray to be the reliable number 2 that he's been, especially against this defense of OKC. Moving on to the East. In Fantasyland, we have Charlotte versus Boston. In realistic picks, we have Detroit playing Boston.
Say what you want.
Retro, our fairy correspondent.
Yeah, say what you want. I'm carrying the faith. Again, I'm just taking what we said on the podcast.
No, you're not. You have their wings getting clipped by the buzzsaw that is the Celtics.
Yeah, but I have them getting here. However, that being said, I do have the Celtics in 6 because I think the Celtics are just a better team. I think the Hornets can snag a couple games, but I think the Celtics are better. They're just clearly better. But I think it is entirely realistic since all of us have spent basically the entire season pointing out how every other team in the East has immense flaws that Charlotte does get this far. All of us have called the Knicks completely fraudulent. All of us have had worries with the Pistons and Cade Cunningham's consistency and their lack of spacers. All of us have pointed out all of this stuff. So I don't know why it's crazy now that I'm saying that I think Charlotte can abuse that. That's all I'm saying.
Jules?
But yes, I'm taking the Celtics.
I have Boston beating Detroit in 6. This is where Cade's flaws of what we saw against the Knicks last year come out the most because of the defensive personnel of Boston. They are so well coached, and I fucking hate saying this. Like, it's disgusting. I fucking hate saying this. This is supposed to be a gap year. Like, I can't wait for Celtics fans, especially a certain one, not Gunner. But
who are you talking about?
I have Boston going to the NBA Finals out of the East.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a man of my word. I have the finals matchup that I chose at the end of the year last year, regardless of injury or anything, whatnot. I have the Celtics beating the Pistons in 5 games. As much as I love Cade Cunningham, I'm going to look like that person, and I'm going to get a picture of Carlos from the Benchwarmers. And instead of it saying the Gus bus ran out of gas, it's going to say the motorcade ran out of gas. It's going to be one of those situations. Like, the Pistons are built, but they're not fully there yet. They're atop what we've called a fraudulent East and a very just wide open East. But with Jason Tatum coming back and playing the way he has for the Celtics, like, I just don't see any team slowing down Boston's momentum to get to the finals. And I said it last year, even with him injured, I said that JB would help lead until JT was able to come back at the end of the year. And it's all happened very nicely. They've come back. Tatum has fit the role. And they are a powerhouse. Like, they are just simply the best team cohesively in the East. And that's just, I think that's something like I said, I feel weird that I said it from the jump. Literally a week after the Thunder won, I was going to see the Thunder and Celtics play in the finals next year. And I'm sticking to my guns in the prediction of that actually happening. Taking us to the finals, Thunder, in my opinion, it's Thunder Celtics. Jules, I believe you also have Thunder Celtics.
I do.
Celtics, yeah.
Yeah. So, looking at it here, it says picked by 33% of fans for the Thunder, and the Celtics picked by 14% of fans. So, wow. 33% of the NBA community has the Thunder winning the finals again.
I wonder what percentage it is for the Spurs and the Nuggets. That's interesting. I'm taking the Nuggets in 7. Like I said, if there's one person I refuse to bet against, it's Yoke. I think this year has been his craziest year. Despite like the small gap in which he is coming back from injury, and there's obviously that. Outside of that, Jokic has been absolutely outstanding. He's been unbelievably consistent. Jamal Murray is having a career year this year, even without Jokic on the floor. Especially without Jokic on the floor. That's what he was getting all the credit for. He might even make All-NBA this year. I think if there's a team for him to get it done with, I think it's this one. I think this team is better than the finals team that he has when he wins. I think that Jokic has the ability to get it done. I don't doubt it whatsoever. And I think that, I don't know if you guys would agree with this, but I think that if he does get to the finals, that he'll win. I think it's a matter of can he get through the Thunder, but I think that if he did and he plays the Celtics, he would win. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but that's the way I see it.
There's a world and possibility that, by your scenario, that Denver can do it because of just how high-powered that offense is, and we just don't know how Tatum's going to be in the playoffs this year post-injury.
Right.
And we don't know how Joe Mazzulla is going to run his lineups with this said roster. So I can see a world like I can understand like Denver Boston probably is not that to me isn't that far fetched to have as a final. I just personally disagree.
Yes.
I'm going to be part of that 14%, and I'm going to say Boston beats OKC. And so there's been 2 teams this year, even though like Boston is 1-1 against OKC. Boston and San Antonio both play OKC well, and they both do very similar things. San Antonio has Wemby, so it just completely warps how OKC has to play offense in general, and it just affects them. What Boston does so well is that they don't turn over the ball and they don't give the extra opportunities for that OKC defense to go and get fast break points where they made a living off of the past really 3 years. Boston is this like Mazzulla made this genetic code for all these guys. Don't turn over the ball. Let's shoot a whole bunch of threes, make them at a high clip, and be fundamentally sound on defense without Jason Tatum on the fucking floor for majority of this year. And Boston is such a inverse of OKC that OKC just struggles against Boston. Like really the past 2 years, even with Tatum. So that's a recipe for any playoff situation, any finals run for success. And I think Boston, if they played OKC, can beat them. And Tatum doesn't need to have this scoring load like everybody needs or tries to expect him to have. He can play this exact role, the rebounding, the defending, the playmaker. To have Jaylen Brown have shine, Derek White have shine, Bale shine. The list goes on and on. Does OKC have more talent than Boston? Absolutely. But in this kind of scenario, it's going to be about coaching. And Joe Mazzulla, I think, is far and I just think he's way better than Dagnall. Way better than Dagnall. He makes better adjustments. He has way better lineup construction. And he's maximizing these role players. So to me, I'm going to have Boston in 6.
So we're all taking a minority opinion in this episode, I guess.
Nope. I have OKC at 6. And my thing is Jason Tatum did play a shorter season, so he is more well-conditioned. However, we all know that the strain of playoff basketball puts more stress, more weight. You play harder on your body. I believe that we are going to see him get to this point, but I think you're going to start to see the injury nag. I think you're going to see him get to this point, and he's going to look great and look great and look great, but the fatigue of playoff basketball is going to wear him down. And I firmly believe that him not being in full season condition mode with his body proving that the injury doesn't exist. He's done it for 2 months now. He's going to have 3 series to prove that he can fully do it, but I'm just going off of, like I said, this was what I said was going to happen last year, this is what I've seen this year, and this is what I'm seeing going forward. I think OKC is just head and shoulders the better team in this situation. Jules brings up great points about what Mazzulla has done in Boston, about the way they turn the ball over, but OKC's ability to create panic, regardless of how sound a team is, especially when it's not even basketball panic, where it's bullshit panic, where you have a guy intentionally trying to injure players on the floor, where you have a guy who's really good at being a nuisance. He's really good at getting in other people's heads, not to mention his teammates feed off of it. It's like going into that gym where the team isn't that great, but their crowd is phenomenal at getting you riled up and getting you out of your own game. That's what the Thunder are really good at. They're good at making you play their basketball. They can make you play slow and methodical basketball, and they will still outrun you. Regardless of how good the defense is, regardless of how good the ball control is. Think about it, Jules. Denver wasn't very big for turning the ball over last year. OKC forced them to lose that ball like there was butter on it. Like, they couldn't hold on to shit. They forced so many turnovers. They got under their skin, and they got Jokic out of his comfort zone with Alex fucking Caruso. Like,
what I was gonna say as well, because I think it is a good point you bring up about Tatum. So like me personally, I have the Celtics needing to play 17 games before the finals. You got to go through 3 series. 17 games is almost a quarter of an NBA season.
Yep.
That's rough. And very minimal time. Yep. You can't miss a game, right? There's no load management. You've got to lock in. Like, these are playoff basketball. So it's like, that's going to suck. Like, that's going to hurt.
I do understand where, like, both of you are coming from. My only counterpoints to those is that through an 82-game season without specifically Tatum, with Peyton Pritchard and Derek White, them as a duo are the lowest turnover guard backcourts in the NBA, who have played through Detroit. They have played through who is arguably either second or third best defense in the NBA. They're going to have to go through them, who also turn a lot of people over. And they've proven this year that they don't do that against Detroit. OKC does the same thing. They haven't turned over Boston in the games that they have played. I do understand the point you're talking about, like the bullshit panic, just speeding up mental capabilities of a said player. But I think the only person that they would probably do that with is Tatum. And if he's not adhering to that, Mazzulla has a whole bunch of other role players, just like OKC does, to impact them.
And I think we also agree that Dag now coaches different in the playoffs than he does during the regular season as well.
After the past 2 years, I can't definitively say that. And it's not necessarily in the certain dynamic changes, is because Denver, who, like you said, OKC did a great job in affecting Jokic and turning him over. Put them to 7, won that in that game 7 to make and Jokic only took 9 shots, and I understand that, but against the Pacers, who are a high-powered, high-pace offense, he could have easily just tried to put 2 on the ball with Tyrese in the half court and really in the full court, and he didn't do it. He didn't do, and mind you, they were. Retro would love to hear this. Hallie's Achilles away from being an NBA champion. Mark Dagnor had plenty of opportunity with the same personnel to try to combat what Tyrese was doing, and he didn't do it throughout the whole series. So I don't know if he's going to try to have these weird defensive schemes to where now you have Tatum, White, Brown, Pritchard, who OKC has struggled with multiple ball handlers, why they struggle with the Spurs, because they have 3 guards, right? Even though De'Aaron Fox is whatever. Castle and Harper provide that. Boston has 3 or 4. So it just gets harder for your defense to go put 2 on the ball when, even though Derek White's not a good 3-point shooter, Peyton Pritchard is. Tatum can take volume. Brown can take volume. Kane is a good offensive rebounder.
I'm just not going to discredit a guy who was able to turn his entire game plan on a dime every other game last year, because they didn't drop a back-to-back once in the playoffs. So the fact that he doesn't. It almost looks like, and this could be just me spewing bullshit, but like it almost looks like in the regular season he knows his team's going to get there, and he just does not give a fuck. He's like, all right, I'll turn it on in the playoffs. And like, look, like I said, going off of last year, them not dropping a back-to-back at all, being able to come out with a new offensive scheme and a new defensive scheme every game to cause pressure and get the chaos that they needed to win games, I'm thinking they're just going to go right back to it. Like, that's just what it is. If they drop a back-to-back in an earlier series, maybe we talk about it differently, but I just don't see it happening.
And again, I think that's why I lean Missoula, because to a point, if you're just asking your team to do the same thing over and over again, and it's not, I wouldn't say it's not working, but if you terms of, okay, they don't lose a back-to-back game, that's fine. But if you're just putting something on the clipboard, it gets redundant after a said series, and just hearing the same thing over and over again. While Missoula, on the other hand, is changing it by halftime. Okay, this isn't working. Let's go and try this. And he's like one of the best adjusters, in-game adjusters that I've seen in a long time. So I get where you're giving the credit to. They're the champions and that kind of stuff. I completely understand. I think there's levels to it, and I think Missoula is just, that can play a factor, how they played this whole year. Again, I just think Boston is just one of the other team out of San Antonio that can give OKC a run for the money, and I like their matchup a lot.
And there's my thing with it is, and the last thing I'll give you on Missoula is there's also the dangers of the overcoaching. There's the dangers of trying to throw throwing too much of the fire too fast. So if he comes out game one and he's like, oh man, this didn't work, so he's going to do it. Look at what OKC does. In that day that they have off, they break it down game by game, drive by drive, play by play. And they're figuring out what they need to do in certain situations to figure it out. So it's like, I'm sure it's not just Missoula or just Dagno. They have a whole team of these guys that are watching analytics and this, that, and the other, and tendencies. So it's like, like I said, I'm going off of what I've seen is what Dagno did last year, not being able to drop it back-to-back and being able to figure out, okay, so Tyrese is going to get his, so we're going to match up and make sure that Naismith isn't hot, making sure all the guys for Indy that were hot at the time, you notice after they went hot, they kind of had a cooler the next game. He basically said their starter's going to get theirs. If we can limit this and limit this and limit this, we're going to win a game. That's why I give Dagno the credit I do. He's not in the Missoula category. I completely agree with you there. But I give him the credit to be able to, this role player got hot at this point. So if we can shut that down this game, we'll be fine. It's the same thing. They're thinking Tatum's going to get his, Brown's going to get his. But if we can limit certain guys on certain nights to not get their numbers, then we should win the game. And that's just the way I look at it, is he's not worried about the stars doing their thing. It's the old saying of, you can't stop them, you can only hope to contain them. And that's kind of, I think, the way he coaches. So with me personally, though, like I said, I'm going to stand on my take that I made damn near 365 days ago, that this was going to be the finals and that this is the way it was going to play out.
Fair. Very fair. Retro, any thoughts?
I'm basically, like, everything you guys said, I agree with on this. I think ultimately, at the end of the finals, or at the end of the day, I think that really the only team that can come out of the East is the Celtics. I just think that Missoula is far and away the best coach in the league. The Celtics roster is amazing, and Missoula knows exactly how to maximize it. It just feels like there's no team in the East that can compete with them. As far as the West is concerned, I wouldn't be surprised if the Thunder come out. Wouldn't be surprised if the Nuggets come out. Wouldn't be surprised if the Spurs come out. This is a really interesting year.
Wouldn't be surprised if the Suns came out.
This is a really interesting year in the West, and and you know, a lot of things can happen.
I have zero hope in the team. I hope you understand that.
Hey, listen, I just think that ultimately, at the end of the day, I think this will be a really fun playoff. Maybe not necessarily in the East, but in the West. I'm hoping it will be in the East. But in the West, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's just going to be cool to see all these really good teams stacked up against each other. I'm just super excited.
I almost disagree with you. I think that the East is going to be way more fun to watch in the first half, and the West is going to be more fun to watch in the second.
Well, I agree with that too. I agree with that too.
The West's first two rounds feel almost cookie cutter to me. Minus the Denver Spurs one, which should still be great, but like, I think Jules aside, because he's a Spurs fan, everyone else is going to be way more invested in watching the East. Like, everyone's going to be like, who the fuck is going to win these games?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jules is
yeah.
going to be locked
Hornets
for 7 games and probably cry when the Spurs lose. He'll understand it, but even if they win, he gets to be happy and be like, "Holy fuck, we got there! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!" But it's just like I said. I think the East is going to be way more entertaining to see how matchups line up, and we basically have a cookie cutter West. So once the West lines up, is when it's going to be like, okay, well the East is happening. It's going to be Boston, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, man, but these other series up here are just really fucking good.
And the only other thing I was going to say about this, because I feel like it's really weird, is that I feel like in the NFL playoffs, you can, mostly tell who's going to win. For the vast majority of games until you get, all the way to the highest, levels type thing. I feel like for whatever reason in the NBA playoffs, it's just really hard to predict. There's always some weird team that comes out of nowhere that no one really expects, and then they do well. And you already obviously have your juggernauts, but, those are already known. But I feel like it's just hard. So it'll be really fun to kind of come back to this, when it's all said and done, and just see what we got wrong, what we got right.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. Justin, you got games?
Yeah, you got games, Justin?
Yeah, I do.
Word.
So, 1 pick 3, cut 5, 1 would you rather, and then for you guys that were on the football pod, some interesting. So the first one, the keep 3, cut 5, is potential franchise players. So not guys that are franchise players right now. I think 2 of them technically could be considered that.
I already know where this is going.
Is there a certain Con Knipple that is going to be listed as one of these names?
First player up, Dylan Harper.
Franchise player. I'd cut that because there's just no way.
Unfortunately, he's on a team with a different guy that is probably
high ceiling, high floor, underrated. But I'll cut that.
Yeah.
Con Knipple.
Yep, that's a keep.
I'll keep it for purposes.
Yeah.
Cooper Flag.
I feel like that's. I mean, he's gonna be a franchise.
Some people he hasn't peaked since high school, so I don't know. I don't know if I need to keep a guy who peaked in high school on my team.
I would agree. Just because he played 3 good months of basketball doesn't mean he's done anything in the last 6 years.
Well, here's the thing, though. He'll almost certainly be the franchise player, no? So it's like,
yes.
Yeah, I feel like you just have to keep it out of, just because he will be.
Yeah,
I'm keeping.
One keep left.
Okay, that's fine.
Amen Thompson.
No.
He's not the franchise guy there. Unfortunately, it's Sengun.
Yeah, true.
If he could develop a jump shot, it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Before you go on, I was looking at some stuff. Do you know Amen Thompson shooting less than 30% from the mid range this year?
Oh my goodness gracious!
And he's got a 23% 3-point percentage.
It's nasty.
Wow. Yeah. Hey man, listen. Defensive specialist. He's got the
defensive
lockdown
slasher.
Yeah, he's got the lockdown build on 2K. He maxed out.
Evan Mobley.
No. I was on the Mobley train for a long time, but this
you were. I remember that.
He has a great defensive upside. I love his defense, but 18-8, AT&T, not it. Nope.
Yep.
It's just the same stats every single year.
Here's a fun one. Retro's going to be like, oh, fuck.
Okay.
Darren Peterson.
Oh.
Huh.
Ew. I mean...
I wish we did this post-draft, because then we would know, where he actually was.
Do a pre-draft.
Where is he mocked to right now?
To the Kings.
Okay, he's mocked to the Kings. Okay, here's there are 2 scenarios for Darren Peterson. Either A, he gets to the NBA, he really does have zero passion for the game and just doesn't care, and then he flames out. Or B, which is the more likely option to me, he instantly becomes a superstar and then becomes a franchise player. So it's like, take your bets.
Because he fits this mold, mind you, same kind of mold, a high volume, low efficiency guy. I think Darren Peterson just kind of spews that. I'm gonna cut.
Okay, I don't mind it. He's not overly safe for me.
Okay.
If you say AJ Dybonsa, that would actually be helpful.
Next name up, Cam Boozer.
Oh, God. Oh, man. No. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Mind you, this is a horrible take. It's bad takes, but I'll ride with Retro.
Bro, get his shoulder into a big man larger than 6'10" and watch him collapse.
All right. You cut Dylan Harper, cut Amen Thompson, cut Mobley, cut Peterson, cut Boozer to keep Knipple, Flegg, and AJ Dybonsa.
Nice. Yes.
It's fair.
Yes.
Speaking of AJ Dybonsa.
Pretty good there.
Speaking of AJ Dybonsa. Is AJ Dybonsa better than these past prospects?
Oh, no.
Now think here. Prospects. So you're evaluating him against them when they were prospects.
When they were in college. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Interesting.
The first name up is Andrew Wiggins.
Dybonsa.
I would take Dybonsa. Yeah.
I think that's insane.
No, bro.
Dybonsa clears.
Yeah.
I personally think that that's insane. Next up is Evan Turner.
Still taking Dybonsa.
Evan Turner was cold. Respect Evan Turner, but Dybonsa.
Paul George.
Dybonsa. Yeah, Paul George wasn't highly scouted out of where'd he come out of again?
I don't even remember which college he was out of, to be honest. And typically,
he's a Cali guy, wasn't he?
These next.
Was he Fresno?
At Fresno, yeah.
Next five he doesn't get highly scouted because he played at a low level school.
Yeah, Fresno State. Yep.
This is where the names get interesting because these were all probably top 3 level talent players when they were being. The first one up is Derek Williams.
I'd still say Dybonsa.
No, that's closer than I think that's closer than we think. Williams
I would agree, but Dybonsa is like he's viewed as like a legit generational talent prospect.
I want to give Derek Williams some credit because he was that guy. But I'll lean Dybonsa.
I feel like this list is so recency biased on your guys' part, but that's fine.
Nah, bro, Dybonsa is viewed so highly.
Oh yeah,
like
not as high as this man, and you better pick him because I'll be shocked if you don't. Ben Simmons.
That's actually really close. That's like very close.
That is close.
The next coming of LeBron James was his touted.
But that's not even the only moron that actually pushed that take was Colin Cowherd.
There were so many people that said it his junior year of college, the first year at LSU.
But Dybonsa's being everybody's comping Dybonsa to either the next Kobe or the next Kawhi. So
I'll lean Ben, but that's like we're talking about hype though. Like I think Ben came out as a little bit of a better player.
We can come back to Ben.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, we'll get back. We can debate that.
Luka Doncic.
Luka.
Yeah.
I was high on Luka.
Yeah, I think that Luka was kind of viewed at as this like crazy.
Luka gets hurt for the reason that he was playing foreign and not in college. That's why.
Yes. Yeah, but that's the thing. Everybody who knew about Luka knew. Like that. Yeah.
The next one up is Brandon Miller.
Oh,
Dybonsa.
Okay.
Brandon Miller was viewed very highly, but I think Dybonsa's got him.
Cade Cunningham.
I would still say Dybonsa. I don't think Cade was viewed as highly coming out of college than Dybonsa was.
No, I'm going to disagree with that. I'm going to say Cade. I remember that draft. It was like, okay, who's coming after Cade? Dybonsa, even though like I'm not trying to equivalent it to like each draft class because obviously this draft has been way more loaded than Cade's.
Well, and that's the other thing. In this loaded draft class, Dybonsa has still set himself apart as the clear number one.
I don't think so because people are either high on Peterson or high on Boozer, and that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to tax because it's like okay, talent to talent draft class wise, it's night and day. But I think Cade coming out of Oregon State was.
The issue I have with your argument there, Retro, is everyone spearheaded this as a 3-man top draft class, and I've seen it mocked multiple ways. When Cade got drafted, it was Cade and friends getting drafted. Like, it literally was
but
Cade.
again, if you throw Cade in a draft class with Boozer and Peterson and Wilson and all of these super high-end prospects,
Taking Cade.
He probably still goes number 1, but I think it's a conversation. I personally, I think it's Dybonsa. I still think it's him.
I think that's fine. I think that's fine.
The last name I have is Jason Tatum.
Oh. Tatum was viewed very highly, but I don't think he was viewed as number 1 consensus highly. Like, I think AJ still.
No, because it's the Lonzo draft, right? Everybody was higher on Lonzo, so
Yes.
I would probably say Dybonsa here.
Okay. Yeah. So then
and also it wasn't just the Lonzo draft; it was
Markel. Yeah.
So then the 4 names you have left here are AJ Dybonsa, Ben Simmons, Luka, and Cade.
So I think I'm taking Dybonsa over Simmons. I think I just see I think that more people had him higher.
My list would be, I think Dybonsa's 4th. I think it's Ben. I personally had Luka high coming out of the draft, and I was like one of the only I remember at that time one of the only ones.
I think it's Ben, Luka.
Well, hold on. So I have a question. When we're talking about, are we ranking them out of who was viewed higher generally, or like who did we view higher?
I'm going off of what I viewed higher, personally.
Oh, I thought we were doing what was generally viewed upon as like this guy is like the best.
It was consensus. It was consensus hype around the player.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought.
Okay, general.
If that's the case, I would say that Dybonsa is higher than Luka, because I think that Dybonsa is viewed generally higher than Luka was. Because there's a reason that Luka's not like consensus number 1 overall, and everybody talking about him is like the next big thing. I agree. I think
Luka was a consensus overall number 1 because the Suns needed a center.
Exactly. So it's like, I don't.
Shut the fuck up.
So for me, I would put Dybonsa above him. I put Dybonsa above.
We couldn't just sign a center in free agency and just pair Luka with Booker and just have the sickest fucking front court of all, or the.
So I've got Dybonsa above Luka. Who's the other name? Who's the 4th? Dybonsa, Simmons, Luka, and
Cade.
So I would have Dybonsa at 1. I would say Dybonsa.
That's such recency bias. It's hilarious.
I don't think so.
I do.
If we're doing general, I would say Simmons, Cade, Dybonsa, Luka.
I'd probably say Dybonsa, Simmons, Cade, Luka would probably be mine. Because I think you got to keep in mind, Dybonsa is viewed at right now. A lot of people have comped him to Kobe. A lot of people have comped him to Kawhi. They say when he comes into the league next year, he's going to immediately average 25. They say his mid-range is one of the best mid-ranges coming out of college we've ever seen. This kid has like people that literally think he's going to be like the face of the league in 5 years. Like I think there's a lot of like hype behind him.
Okay, that's fair. All right.
But that being said, he doesn't even near compare to like a guy like Wemby, for example.
Moggs, by the way, thank you.
Okay.
Wemby or LeBron?
All right. The last one. You guys remember our last receiver for 200 yards thing?
Yeah, that was hard.
Oh God.
Yeah. Last NBA player to record a triple-double for each NBA franchise.
Oh, fuck.
Are we doing every single one?
We're doing every single one.
You get 3 strikes, and then you get to go every other to see who gets it. Every franchise, yep.
Oh, yeah, instead of... I do have a question. Instead of doing it to where, like, okay, you get a strike after you, like, eventually fail, can we just do back and forth?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's work together on this.
That's fun.
Okay, who wants it? Jules, do you want to go first or me? I'm good either way.
You can go first. You're the guest.
I'll take Jokic. I'll take my free real estate.
Jokic is off the board.
I'll take Giddey.
I'm so glad that went back and forth like you wanted.
Yeah, what the fuck? Dick.
Giddey is
Oh,
off.
I thought we were going until.
Giddey's off the board.
Back and forth.
Oh, never mind. Then you go twice.
No, you ruined it. No, the guest ruined it. Go until Phil.
No, you go twice. Go twice.
No,
Yeah, it's all you.
no, you ruined it.
Yeah, you go twice.
Jules?
I would say Steph Castle for the Spurs.
Yep, that's wrong.
Oh.
What? What?
Jules is not happy about that one.
Let me go through his game log really quick. What? What a triple double like more recent than him? Go ahead, Retro.
I'll take Cade.
Take who?
Cade.
You're so full of shit. He did it on the 6th of April.
The list I said is active as of April 12th, yesterday.
He did it April 6th.
It says Wemby
No one had
has
a triple double.
It says Wemby has one in more recent.
Wemby didn't play April 12th.
It's a,
No, he's saying as of April.
As of April 12th.
So
was when the list was finalized.
Yeah, so between April 6th and April 12th, he's saying Wemby had one.
Wemby didn't have one. He played 20 minutes. He had 40 and 15. It's wrong.
Going off of what the list said.
The list is wrong.
Okay, so the list is wrong. You can have Castle. That's fine. I'm going off of what the list said. Don't get fucking mad at me, bitch.
I'm angry. Give me a second. Okay.
My underrated guard had a triple double.
At least my second year guard can get a triple double. Year 8 Devin Booker could never. Thank you. Anyways.
We'll see about careers when they're done. We'll see how long he's in San Antonio. Because God knows you love to gift generational players to other franchises, Derek White.
Derek White is generational. Nasty one.
Derek White has been a generational piece to the Celtics run, has he not?
He's been more important than Jaylen Brown. You're absolutely right.
Okay, yeah. Move swiftly onwards. Jules, go
so
ahead.
Retro took Cade?
Yeah.
Jules?
I'm going to guess Tatum for Boston.
Yep.
Oh, I thought it would be Jaylen Brown.
No, he sucks.
Oh, word. Okay. I'll take Luka.
Luka for who?
The Lakers.
Nope.
Okay, so that means it is Luka for the Mavs then.
Yeah, I'll take Luka for the Mavs.
Yep.
Okay.
W.
Wait, so who was more recent than was it Bon Bon?
LeBron James for the Lakers.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Look at LeBon Bon, man.
Inspirational.
Yeah, inspirational.
Shit. Can they take Denny Avdia for the Trailblazers?
You can.
Good aim. I don't know if he's done it, but can I take SGA?
SGA for OKC?
Nice.
Wait, he's the most recent triple-double guy? That's nasty. Ew.
No, what's nasty on here is I hope that this list is right because one of these names is so nasty.
Can I get Scotty for the Raptors?
Yep.
Well. Can I get... Well, no, maybe not. I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, I'll take a shot in the dark. Can I get Mackinac, perhaps? Laurie Markkinen?
You cannot.
Okay.
Ew.
I figured I'd try.
That's nasty. Yeah, I'm telling you,
I
the
wanted to
Jazz is
see
going
it.
to be gross.
I don't even know.
Can I say? I don't like this pick. Is it James Harden for the Cavs?
Unfortunately, according to the list, it's not.
Huh.
That's nasty. Okay, that's fine.
Is it LeBron for the Cavs?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
I just wanted to
No.
try. I wanted to see.
It's a nasty name.
Oh, okay.
Not like past nasty name, just like nasty name.
Okay. Can I get Paulo for the Magic?
Yep.
Can we get much higher?
There's still a couple layups on this board.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, actually, yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Can I get Jalen Johnson for the Hawks?
That's one of them.
Okay.
Can I get Sengun for the Rockets?
Yep.
W. Sangooner.
Ew. Ew.
Oh boy.
Still a bunch of layups sitting out here.
I'll test the waters. We'll say. Actually, no, I don't think he's done it. I'll just test it. Tyrese Maxey for the Sixers.
Nope.
Okay. That's fine.
I don't know if this is right, but I kind of want to shoot it. Cause it's obvious, and it's like it's the only one that does anything. Fuck. You know, I'm gonna play. No, I want to play it safe. Can I get Julius Randle for the Timberwolves?
It is not.
What?
I don't know if he's done it, but like, can I get Giannis for the Bucks?
You don't know if Giannis has a triple-double.
Well, no, most recently I didn't know, but
Do you see what the Bucks franchise looks like? Do you think it was anybody else?
Well, that's honestly a fair point.
Can I get Jericho Sims for the Bucks, please?
That's hilarious.
Yes?
He got Giannis.
Yeah, I got Giannis.
No, Jericho Sims just had a triple-double.
When?
Look, literally before the 12th. 11, 11, and 10. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. I swear to God.
All right. Well, anyway, move on.
Okay, so if we're not counting that, that's fine. Fuck.
Jericho Sims.
I swear to God, Jericho Sims had one. Who's the most recent for the? No, I don't like that. I would say. Can I get Derek Queen for the Pelicans?
No.
Fuck. You're muted, Retro.
Whoops.
I'm actually shocked you didn't just say the big player from the Pelicans.
Well, I don't think he's. In what universe does Zion get 10 assists? Like, I don't. I guess I'll just throw one out. Can I get Steph from Golden State?
No, but the name on here sure is fucking funny.
Okay, well.
It's in the level. It's in the level of the Jericho Sims triple double.
That's nasty.
Jericho. Ew. Wait.
Say it, Jules. Say it, Jules.
Is it no? Because I don't know if it's like
Say it,
the
Jules.
guy. Is it the guy who scored 30?
Say it. No, Jules. No,
That
Jules.
would be disgusting if
Jules.
it was Pods.
The only other person I know is Draymond.
That's right, Draymond Green.
Oh, yeah.
That's
It's
kind
either
of
Pods
gross.
or him.
The fact that, by the way, I just want to point out the fact that it was between either Pods or Draymond is gross.
That would require Curry to get 10 balls to fall perfectly in his lap for rebounds.
Can I get Kawhi for the Clippers? Okay. Weird. Okay. Word.
It's kind of funny. 2 names on this list were traded for each other this year, and they have the last recorded triple-double for their teams.
I don't want to go that route. I don't know if it's the most recent, but I know he's had one this year. Is it Nick Claxton for the Nets?
That's so gross.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It literally,
Okay.
on this list, said Nick Claxton, if not credible, Ben Simmons.
I love it.
It's so bad.
Can I get De'Aaron Fox for the Kings?
No.
Okay. I was curious.
I'm sorry.
No.
You got the Kings is the Kings is one of the layups that's here.
Okay, so it is Russ. It is Russ.
No.
What?
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 God forbid the double-double machine get a triple-double, right?
It's not Sabonis.
It's the bonus.
It's
Wow.
Ew. Ew.
Okay, what else?
I'm telling
What
you
else
right
can I
now, a lot of these here, if you shoot for the stars, you'll probably land.
I'm just gonna because I don't know if he's done it either. But can I get a Jalen Brunson for the Knicks?
No, because that's the nastiest name on this list.
Oh boy.
Can they? No, I want to go back to the Timberwolves. Is it Ayo Dosunmu?
No.
I like the idea.
This list is so fucking wrong. It's not even funny. Oh, fuck.
Is it?
It's the one you should have said and didn't say for Minnesota.
Is it? Well, I'm gonna come back to them. I'm trying to think of nasty
Yes, Jules,
names.
it is the big guy, the actual star there. Yes, it is.
Man.
I'm taking Minnesota off. It's Ant.
Oh, well, fair enough. I was thinking about it. I'm trying to go for the nastier teams and just full send.
You have Charlotte, Cleveland, Indy, the Clippers, Memphis, Miami, the Pelicans, the Knicks, Philly, Phoenix, Utah, and Washington left.
I feel like Washington's going to be nasty.
Again, some of these, if you just say the star player, you're
Is
gonna.
Cleveland Donovan Mitchell?
No.
Okay.
Is it Mobley for Cleveland?
Give you the hint. Cleveland's player and the Clippers player no longer play on their teams.
Is Cleveland
Oh my. Garland and Harden.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be a little further back.
It's so gross. The sky outside my house right now is green. Should I be concerned?
What?
I just looked out my window and it was lighter outside, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
That's a bit weird.
Is the Knicks Josh Hart?
The Knicks is Josh Hart.
Oh God. Is Is the Nets like?
I already got the
KD?
Nets.
Oh wait, you did? Oh, never
Yeah.
mind. Okay. Wait, remind me which teams are left because I'm trying to figure.
Charlotte, Indy, Memphis, Miami, New Orleans, Philly, Phoenix, Utah, Washington.
Is Indy Tyrese for some reason?
It is.
Okay. Yeah. Don't know how they let Tyrese snag 10 rebounds in a game, but
Is Miami Bam?
Crazy enough, in the 83-point game, he did not get a triple-double. Therefore,
Well,
he's not.
didn't he get like 2 assists?
No, the player is no longer on Miami, but is technically active in the league.
What?
Can I just throw out a nasty yes for some random?
Sure.
Was it some random night Udonis Haslem?
No.
Okay. Well, the way that you said he's technically in the league, I was like, is it
I mean,
Udonis
he's
Haslem?
not technically playing right now, but he's in the league.
Oh.
Could be that he's injured.
Could be.
Maybe
Could
the true
be.
number one option on somebody else's team.
Could it be? Could it be that he's on IR and he plays point guard?
I mean, he's the point guard, but he's not a point guard.
Interesting. So he's a combo guard?
He's not a guard at all. Technically, he was in his first team when he was paired with the greatest guard of all time and the second coming of Jordan, according to Chicago Bulls fans. The other player was the second coming of Jordan, according to Bulls fans.
That was going in a way different direction than I thought it was.
Kobe White.
Yeah, that's right. Miami's triple-double is Jimmy Butler.
Wow.
Yeah, that's Jimmy.
Charlotte, Memphis, New Orleans, Philly, Phoenix, Utah, Washington.
Can I throw out, like, Marc Gasol for Memphis?
No.
Nah,
He's
way less ghetto than this guy.
Really?
This guy loves to flex how good his
When did that happen?
fuck if I know. It makes sense though, he's athletic as shit. Like he likes to jump over people and then land on his back.
So it's Jaw.
Yep.
That's nasty. I didn't even know.
Charlotte, New Orleans, Philly, Phoenix, Utah, Washington.
Washington's crazy.
I'd assume Philly's Tyrese.
No. It's exactly who you don't want it to be, but it is.
So is it Joel?
It's Embiid.
Yep.
So
then
the Washington one is only the Washington one because he got punched out at practice by a teammate.
Jordan Poole.
Wow. That is gross.
I'll be honest with you. I'm shocked you guys haven't gotten the other three, but the Utah one just didn't make sense to me to begin with. Because the Utah one, I can't ever see him grabbing more than like 3 rebounds a game.
Oh.
Jaren?
It's my favorite player on the team.
Is it Keontae?
It's Keontae George.
Wow. When? What? I agree with you. That is crazy.
Your last 3 are Charlotte, New Orleans, and Phoenix. And I think if you literally just say name value players, you're done.
LaMelo?
Yep.
Okay.
1.
DeJounte Murray?
Huh?
Maybe? DeJounte Murray?
No, active on the team. No, they're all active on the team.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Pelicans and Wizards. Okay.
Huh.
Is it Trey Murphy?
No.
Okay.
You guys haven't said the overrated sack of shit's name yet.
Zion?
Zion.
Oh. 10 assists from Zion Williamson?
And the last one is Phoenix.
Oh.
Jules, I know
Dylan
what you're about
Brooks.
to say. Yeah, exactly. I knew you were going to say something stupid. Say something stupid.
Colin Gillespie.
Yep. Yep, so Phoenix is Devin Booker. Yep.
Here we go. Well played.
Come on, Malawatch. Thank you.
The Jericho Sims pull by you is fucking just so funny.
Yeah, the Jericho Sims goals.
He's literally 11, 11, and 10. I'm telling you.
I wonder if this list had qualifying stats or like qualifying minutes or whatever, but it didn't have it listed. But it literally
That's
just
fair.
had. So, but yeah. All right. History fact. There's a lot of dull shit on here. We can go with this one, as he's just been the center of attention in the media lately. The Masters concluded this weekend. Shout out to Rory McIlroy for going back-to-back after it took him 10 years to even get one.
From choke artist to, like, just
from choke artist to back-to-back. The man literally couldn't win the... He couldn't win the fuck is it called? What is it?
Tour?
When you win everything. Like...
Grand Slam.
Yeah,
right?
He couldn't win the Grand Slam, and then he wins the Masters back-to-back years. So, wild. Just wild. But April 13th, 1997, the 61st U.S. Masters Tournament. Tiger Woods wins his first major title, a record 12 strokes ahead of Tom Kite, 4-round total of 270, shot minus 18 in the tournament.
Shot minus 18 in the Masters?
Yeah. Wicked that he shot that in Augusta.
12 strokes ahead of the other. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, wild. Now all he can do is,
Okay,
flip cars.
Maybe we should.
I will say I did see the funniest clip ever, and it was one of the dudes who does voiceover acting, and he plays all the characters or whatever, and he's the same guy. And he goes, Tiger, you'd be in this tournament if you could hire a driver. And then he responds from Tiger's perspective in the car, and he goes, nah, man, why hire one? I got a great one from TaylorMade in my bag in the back. And he goes, no, dude, like somebody to drive you around. He goes, that's fucking boring. See y'all later. And he takes a swig of something that drives off.
Tiger would be a perfect member to the Georgia football team. They just put him right on there. He would fit perfectly. Bunch of DUI guys.
Go Dogs.
Yeah, I'd go Dogs.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
But yeah.
Who's that coming on the track?
We're not doing that. This is not Pat McAfee. Thank you.
Speaking of Pat McAfee, gentlemen, it's WrestleMania week.
Word.
Oh, bah.
I hope, bro, I'm telling you right now, don't get me started, bro. I'll talk wrestling. We're at 2 hours now. I'll get us to 3. I'm so
awesome.
Oh, my God.
Sweet, bro. Dude, I'm excited to watch NHL playoffs. I'm excited.
Dude, it's playoff season. It's WrestleMania season. It's great sports time. It's
draft season very soon.
No, that's your hopes. That's number one on your list because your franchises need all the help in the world. Mine accept true. Mediocrity. Yours should, but they give you hope somehow.
Listen, I don't want mediocrity. I want to either be terrible or
That's
good.
another reason, Jules. I'm sorry. The Spurs can't win because you can't have both. You can't.
Yeah,
you just can't have
Absolutely can. Absolutely can.
No. You can't have both.
See, Dog, if you think I got emotional with the Seahawks, you are going to see me bawl about San Antonio.
I'm telling you right now, if the Mariners would have finished the Cinderella story in baseball, the Seahawks won the Super Bowl, and the Spurs won the NBA Finals, I don't know if I could be on this podcast anymore.
I would be the most insufferable man, and we talk to Glore every other day. I would eclipse.
I don't know about we talk to Glore. Motherfucker hijacked our fucking podcast space earlier, and I was about to come in and just... Yeah, you know what? I'll say it now. Jules is on the team, and I don't know if anybody watches this long in our podcast anyway. Court of opinion, you moochin'-ass motherfuckers. Get your own moderator. He's already busy doing other shit. And get your own goddamn platform, because this is our goddamn studio. Fuck out of here. Glore, Top, figure it the fuck out.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna take the diplomatic position.
You're gonna take the diplomatic route? Fuck it. I'll go back into it. Retro got mad at me for it 6 weeks ago. And Rob Parrott, Clutch Sports, fuck you too.
No, not again. Not again. No.
We're just planting fucking bombs at this point. I don't even know if I can say that on YouTube. Fuck it. But this was We Don't Know Ball. we'll catch you guys next week with playoff action, talk about the play-in games, talk about hopefully the first round of the first games, and we'll talk to you.
Also, another thing, just we're not going to do a football episode tomorrow. We're doing a football episode next week, right before the draft. So, yeah.
Whatever the guest said. Okay, guys. We'll see you next week.
Clutch Sports